It's my honor to share this piece that began as a journal entry and has since evolved to an open letter inspired by the Dream and Reap students I accompanied on a trip of a lifetime, Valentine's Day weekend 2025. We were an intergenerational, cross-cultural group of 29 dynamic individuals who chose to make a pilgrimage through Atlanta to the legacy sites in Montgomery and Selma, Alabama. It was the greatest offering to our times I could imagine. An American 16-year-old has lived through the two-term presidency of America's first Black president, in the last 5 years, a global pandemic, the last 3 months, a divisive presidential election, and locally, just 5 months ago, a catastrophic geological climate event. And yet, it was these youth who have been coming of age in so-called unprecedented times, who modeled the most amazing version of community care, inclusion, historical reckoning, and present and future promise that I've ever witnessed. I learned that the youth were already the future I had been dreaming of. You all are already beyond my wildest dreams. Let me tell you about my newfound friends and comrades in the pursuit of justice. The youth are intentional, socially conscious, situationally aware, considerate, responsible, honest, and never willing to leave their friend behind. I watched as they made new friends and then introduced them to the friends they already have. Pulling their shyer companions into conversation, they asked each other thoughtful and engaging questions to learn more about sports, hobbies, interests, family vacations, and future goals. When more people wanted to join a meal together than space would allow, they effortlessly brought more tables and found extra chairs and didn't bat an eye when needing to put them back. They noticed the mood changes of one another and gave each other space and time. They told each other when their mood was changing and when they needed space and time. Engaging in active and transformative dialogue, the students grappled with topics that some adults refused to learn. And they spoke of them with both honesty and care for each other. They called each other out, in the moment, on the carpet, right there. There was no complacent silence and then whispers behind the back. Without name-calling, they challenged each other to grapple with the impact of their words, behavior, or beliefs, and urged one another towards compassion. Disagreement was met with curiosity, and if compelling enough, a change of heart. And they still made time to do their homework. They were reminding us that they had homework, that they had existing responsibilities and prior commitments that they had to honor. And they did so of their own volition. And they can tell you I was absolutely astonished by that. They exuded a level of integrity I have not been enveloped in ever. Not in any room of adults I have ever sat with, and definitely not a group trip of 29 people. As a Black woman with familial ties to Alabama, learning more of the egregious and horrific history of slavery and human trafficking, and the contemporary form of the same through mass incarceration, I felt a level of rage and contempt that shrouded my mind in a cooling, scorched earth type of silence. But I could not stay there because of them, because of all of you. We made silly jokes about silly things and were carefree. We played on land where my ancestors were sold, where they wept, wailed, and cursed their lives and lived anyway, in the hope that I could be free. We offered our collective joy and freedom to places that know more sorrow than any of us could ever truly fathom or hold alone. It was a beautiful gift to live within the power of joy, to act as a spiritual bond for us all. Interwoven and held in love and joy, we became a collective pursuing our own liberation. Liberatory was the choice to join this trip, which was a direct call to be accurately educated about the origins of our nation. When some folks are doing everything in their power to distance young people and us all from our collective history, and therefore, in effect, the direct opportunity to learn of oneself. Liberation requires our informed critical thinking. One must be able to decipher their voice and beliefs from others and choose for themselves. Each of us must contend with our place in the world, which is to say what we want to gain from this life, but also what we want to offer from it. To grow into our authentic selves and be of service to other members of humanity, that is the call of our lives. The right to be ourselves, that is the bare minimum we all deserve. I would march for each of you to have that. And so, I can tell you that I have never been more devoted to what my own offering can be for our world, as my own birthright, responsibility, and my privilege, but also as a loving act towards who I see coming behind me. It's going to take all of us to make the decision to rise to the occasion of this moment. We need more people living into their principles as diligently and as bravely as I witnessed these students be able to do. It will produce a world better than we can imagine. Our community, Asheville, Western North Carolina, is ripe and deserving to step into intentional love and joyous connection with one another. We know what truly matters. We know when it matters, and we know without a doubt what we are capable of together. To the families, guardians, staff, educators, community members, to the team at Asheville City Schools Foundation who have poured into these humans up here, thank you. From the depth of my soul, I honor you. You are doing fantastic, and we need more of them. Please keep going. It is our time, y'all. It's our moment to get in the way of injustice, to work together, and to get in good trouble.